What's going on, everybody? It's your boy ShaneDog here with 88.1 The Berg, your Music Central. Now, I've been stuck at home for quite some time, and when I get bored, I like going on the internet and kind of looking up stuff to do and some crafts. So I'm going to show you the complete DIY process on how to do your own bleach tie-dye and regular tie-dye, where you can turn a regular bed sheet like this into a piece of art like this. You could also have plenty of options with t-shirts and sweatshirts. Take an old ratty sweatshirt, get rid of that thing. Get yourself a nice little bleach tie going on. Look at that. Take your old sweatshirt, show off to your friends and everybody else. You could also do different colored t-shirts. You don't always got to do different blacks and dark colors. You can get a nice old light blue, little pink swirl. Also, customize your old central gear. Some of this isn't going to be worth anything anyways. Who cares? Tie-dye it up. And even get a pair of shorts going. And I will be able to show you all how to do this in a very easy, simple process. But first, it looks like you're going to need a change of clothes that you're not afraid to get dirty. All right, now we're in something a little bit more comfortable. So let me show you some other things that you're going to need. You're going to need a lot of rubber bands. You're also going to need a couple little office clips. These will come very much in handy, trust me. Another thing that you'll definitely need when working with chemicals, you'll need some gloves. And of course, a big old thing of bleach. And a few little different dyes here to play around with. And also, if you want to get fancy, paintbrush. It's also a good tool, and a water bottle. This is all that you need to get started. All right, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have your gloves ready and you get your water bottle. Now, this is a complete DIY video because when I first started researching all this, they always used little, squirters from the department stores and from the fabric stores. Not today. We're not using that at all. This right here, it's going to be our apparatus for our bleach. Take this bad boy. Make sure you're nice and careful. Don't get none on you. Alrighty. Bada boom. Now, with that, you got your bleach in there. Grab yourself a pen, a cap, puncture yourself a little hole on there. And try not to drop it. Puncture your little hole right in there. Screw back on. Now you got a bleach squirter. Now you go over here. You put your fancy gloves on because you don't want to hurt your hands. Now it's time to get started with our first technique. For this technique, I'm going to use the old ratty sweatshirt that we had earlier. Now, you put the sweatshirt basically flat down on the table, and what you're really going to try to do is to create a swirl pattern, kind of like the tapestry I showed you. You're going to want to show a little bit of a swirl in the center. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab one of your clips, like I said, handy dandy office clips, find a nice little corner, pinch the fabric a little bit, and throw the clip on right there. Now, make sure everything's all flattened out and nice. You're going to take it, grab the center, and do a tight twist. Nice twist right in the center. Take all the rest of it, the hood and what else, start wrapping it around. Basically, you're going to want to look, it's a little bit something like that. Kind of like a big cinnamon roll of sorts. It's the easier way to describe it. This right here will be called our swirl technique. We're going to keep this right here for a minute. Now, some of the other techniques that we're going to use, we'll grab another t-shirt here. There's plenty of other different designs that you can do. One design that I think that we're going to try with this one, we're going to try the bullseye. So what we're going to do, lay your shirt flat. Grab this bad boy. Find a little corner spot, like right here. And we're just going to fold it a few different ways. We're going to fold it a few times till it's kind of a little bit of an arrow shape right at the corner of the shirt. You're going to do a couple folds. Again, this is tie-dye. You can do any folds or anything you want. It's just going to make the design that much cooler. So I'm going to do a couple different random folds here. And what I'm going to do now is, now that I have these folds, we're going to go in. We're going to get some of these rubber bands all nice and tight. Almost looks like a little bit of a boat or a submarine, like, I would say. All right, now that we got a little bit of everything kind of rubber band up and ready to go, it's time to the fun part, where you actually start grabbing your stuff, and all that you need to do is just start applying bleach. Bada boom. Now after you do all this stuff to all your bleached clothing, leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let the bleach soak in there. If you're outside, try to let the sun hit on it. Just make sure you give it a little bit more time. Another thing that you can do when you're doing some bleach tie-dye, so if you get another regular band shirt, preferably band shirts for me, throw that bad boy down. What you could do is you could have two different points at where you're having your bleach come from. So kind of like how I did in the corner with that one, I'm going to do a twist here, and also I'm going to come around, make sure I have proper amount of clips, and have another one right here in the corner. So when you put your two clips right there, it makes it easy for you to just sit there, grab, and twist. Start getting it all nice and tight. And again, try to make yourself a big giant cinnamon roll here. Boom. Got the double hold right there. Throw that one down here. Now, for the last one, got this old Descendant shirt right here. What we're going to do is we're going to do as much little bit of a experiment as we can here. So looking at this thing, I'm going to basically try to fold right here and up in the corner, and a few different other places, maybe a few here, until it's kind of a big old mess a little bit. And then grab it. We'll call this the experimenter right here. Throw that one into a big ball, like so, and then it's rubber band time. We have one more black t-shirt that I'm going to be able to show you how to customize. To take a black t-shirt, almost dropped that, and use your paintbrush. Let me show you how. Another little trick that I seem to find on the internet that I think is always looks super cool when you do this is you'll be able to just grab a paintbrush here. Now I have a little bit of leftover bleach on the table. I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm going to soak it all in there nice and deep. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and kind of do it the same motion with the bristles. Start splattering bleach all over it in little driplets. This one's going to look sweet. You just keep grabbing your bleach, and spritzing it on there, nice and even. Be like, you know, all those fancy painters. Be like a painter who struggles for their art. Got a little bit of my eye. We're good though. And there, so you get a little bit of that bleach splatter going. Looks pretty sweet, right? Sweet. All right. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go take all this stuff and I'm gonna go rinse it out and we're gonna go see what our final product looks like. So, after I went and took all these different, you know, bleach dye processes that I tried, I went and I rinsed them out in my sink. You can also go rinse them out in your shower. And when you rinse them out, you want to make sure that when you rinse them, you get them nice and wet and you try to push out all of the black dye. Now, first, looking at our sweatshirt, came out really nice. We actually were able to keep the logo in front from being touched, but when you keep the spiral in front, usually that means in the back you'll get a little bit more of a cooler design. So the sweatshirt came out pretty good. A little bit more mellow than some of the other ones, but I like it. This one right here, we had the multiple different folds and different angles with this one. This one was kind of an experiment for me, and I mean, come on. I think it came out pretty sweet, right? Here with the rainbow shirt, we had the double swirl action, and you can see kind of where it started up right here and here and how it went in, meshed into the whole entire thing. Again, great. This is my experiment shirt right here that I kind of just rumpled up and just put in and just splattered as much as possible. Got a little bit more on the shoulder right there, but still, I mean, it's a nice casual old t-shirt to rock. It's vintage, it's sweet. And then finally, we got this thing rinsed out and finally all settled in. A little bit of our blood splattered D.I.Y shirt. Another excellent turnout. You guys saw how easy it is to do all this. All that you need to do now after this is make sure that you get all your blacks together and just do them in one big load of laundry, throw them in the dryer, and then you're done.